If your Google Drive looks like a junk drawer and you're scared to start moving things around because you're thinking you might break stuff and you don't even know where to start, watch this video. Because in this video, I'm going to show you how I worked with AI to build a system that rebuilds the entire drive into a clean, agency ready structure that logs every move that you make. And it gave me a top performing infrastructure to be able to keep me organized with something that I felt completely overwhelmed with. So I'm Ian, AKA Captain AI, because my last name's Kirk. And I'm here to show you how AI has helped me. This is not some super high level tutorial. This is showing you how AI can help you achieve basic things and 10x your workflows. So if that's something that you're interested in, stay tuned because that's what this channel is all about. Now, my Google Drive was a mess. Years of client files, lead lists, content ideas, random projects that I was working on and then totally forgot about, all dumped into one place. And I needed a system that matched how I actually run my business. Clients, content, leads, operation, and learning, as well as a little bit of personal. So I went through and actually did this exercise on two different Google Drives. And today, what I'm going to do is do it with my oldest drive that I've had since I first got a Gmail account that is totally chaos. And we're going to see how AI restructures it and actually does all the work for us without us really having to lift a finger. Now, before I get started, I want you to know that this is safe. It logs every move and it can be undone. It's fast, and I run one Google Colab computer that does all the heavy lifting that can link directly to my drive. And what I'm going to be doing is using Claude Code to actually tell the Google Colab computer what to do while it's inside the drive. So let me walk you through exactly how this works. Now, this is my Google Drive folder over here, and I've had this account now since I believe the early days of YouTube and the early days of Gmail. So it has tons of weird stuff over the last 15 years of like recipes. It's got business ideas. It's got blog posts from way back when I was trying to start a blog back in like the early 2010 years. So it's just got a ton of stuff in it, like even things like this, like which is like a PDF document of a Fox shock for a mountain bike. Random pictures are thrown in here too, things that I own for RV businesses. As you can see, it's a mess. Like we're right on the edge of my paid subscription. So this couldn't be happening at a better moment. So let's run the Google Drive organizer and see what Claude Code says to do with this drive. So as you can see, some of these files are dating all the way back to about 2010, 2011. There is a lot for Claude to actually process here and figure out how to organize. So I'm really excited to see what it comes up with. So now we're inside Claude Code and I'm running it inside of Cursor. And if you guys want to know how to do this, just comment Cursor down below and I'll show you how to run Claude Code using Cursor. But for this video, we're just going to run the scanner and see what it tells us to put into the Google Colab computer. And so what we'll do is we're going to flip. Okay. So it's giving us a step-by-step process right here and showing us like the website to go to, and then how to get the drive mounted. And you're going to see like we're probably going to run into a few hiccups along the way, but I'm going to show you if you run into hiccups, you might not run into the same ones that I do, but I'm going to show you how to fix them either way. So let's go. We're going to go into this. Let's flash back just for a second. So we're just going to copy this guy and I got to open it up. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So first step is we're just going to copy this URL and then I have to open it. I can't open it here because it might open in the wrong uh, browser ID. So I have to open it in this browser ID. So paste. So we're going to open a Google Colab computer, and it's logged in as my personal account. So let's just go down here to new notebook. And so what this is I'm going to name it what it told me to name it over here. Go back in here to Claude Code. We'll just name it this: Drive Organizer Full Personal. I like that. Okay. So we'll go back in here and let's pull back up. There's back in here to Claude Code. The first thing we need to do is mount the drive. So click on. All right. So I'm going to show you a little cheat code here. So what I'm going to do right here is this is something you can always use, which is Gemini. And you can just say, I need to mount my personal Google Drive to this Google Cloud computer. Please write the code for me to be able to authorize you to access my Google Drive. And of course, we could have had Claude write it, but it didn't write it in that first little summary. And so this is exactly what it needs to say: from Google Drive, da 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 da, da. And you just hit this little play button right here. I guess you could hit run and accept down here in this little guy too. But it's going to run it, and then it's going to ask you permission. So you're just connecting a Google Cloud computer to your Google Drive. Hit continue. Give it access to edit, create, everything. Hit continue. Now the drive is mounted. And I still haven't figured out how to get it to give me another cell. So I always just ask it inside Gemini, give me another for more code. Okay. So here we are. It's mounted. Click the play button in cell 1. Ask for permission. Drive is connected. Okay. Now run cell 2. Click the play button on cell 2. But it didn't tell me what to put in cell 2. So I'm going to ask it. I don't remember what to put in cell 2. Can you please give me the code to put in cell 2 so that it runs correctly? And that was my whisper flow that didn't auto populate. So we just come into whisper flow. When you take things out of Claude Code, you just want to start right here where it says import. And don't worry, if you mess up, it'll just error. And then you can just always click inside Gemini and say, explain this error. And it'll tell you where you probably cut and pasted wrong. So just go to there, copy. And then I'm going to come into the Google Drive right here. And I'm just going to paste that. Boom. And then I'm just going to hit run. We'll move that over to there. And look at that. We got an error. Perfect. So we'll just ask it, please explain the error. And you can fix it in Gemini, or you can take what it tells you. You could take this and put it back inside Claude Code too by clicking these little guys. Go output, come back over here. What's it telling us? The error unexpected intent means that there's an extra space at the beginning of some lines that shouldn't be there. So there you go, right? So I'm just going to hit accept and run because it'll just fix it and I'll rework it. So you can see now Gemini is kind of coming up with ideas. It's like, hey, show me the top files, do this, do that. But what we want to do is I want to give this back to Claude because it's already run this for me before on 2 different drives. This Google Cloud computer, remember, this is just a chat window. It has no context of what we've done before. So I want to give it context. So that's why I'm going to come into here and give this output, copy cell output back to Claude inside Claude Code. So see how it's asking us, paste the output here. We're just going to do that. And you'll see it says paste lines 2 through 224 lines. Yeah. So now it's stewing, thinking, and seeing everything inside this report as what's inside this drive. And we can even look at it too. So it looks like I have some pictures from a trip that I took to Nicaragua. It was a surf, yoga, and it's like a surf and yoga trip that I took to Nicaragua back in 2018. And then it also looks like there's 3 large files from like acro paragliding in there. And they're probably also on my Google Photos account. So I probably don't need them stuck in this drive, just taking up space. So this is what Claude Code came up. The story of the drive at a glance. 15 years old, the oldest file. It found that Nicaragua is taking up a ton of space. 135 files dumped in like the root, meaning they're not even in a file structure at all. 95 of the files are untouched in the last 2 years. So it's a time capsule and not a working drive. It's so funny. Duplicates are minor. A couple photos. This is purely an organizational problem. So existing folders that it goes through, proposed personal folder structure. So this was something I worked on with it in a different project, which it's bringing back because I like them numbered so that they're not in alphabetical order. They're in like a numbered order. So this is what it's suggesting the structure that we actually do. Oh, that's like an old rental house right there that I had years ago. It must be like old pictures or something of the house when I moved out or something. Now here's the script and the placeholders. Oh, okay. So now it's writing the script for this video. Okay, so the dry run is really where this thing like earns its keep. Before it moves a single thing, it's going to tell me right here exactly how it actually wants to organize this mess. And then I'm going to tell it, yeah, I like what you've done, or you can tell it, I don't like what you've done. So for me, I really like what it came up with because what it came up with was a structure that we had worked on previously, which was using those numbered files. So in that new file structure is going to be this one, as opposed to what it currently is, which is just this complete randomness right here of a bunch of stuff that doesn't really work, and it looks more like this with no numbers, no structure, just old information that's all alphabetical and I don't know what's in what file. So let's tell it to go ahead and organize it. Okay, so what we do is we go into cursor and then so we're just going to let it now build the organizer notebook for my personal drive. Go. So now it went ahead and wrote all the code. And then it's going to ask me for permission right here. Do you want to create? So what it's going to do is create another one of these files over here as essentially like a backup. So boom, it just created that right there. So now if I ever want to get back into that code, we can open it back up. Do you want to proceed? Do. Yes. So it's just asking if it can actually save it. So when it's ready to like overwrite the file, it'll have red and then green of what it's going to overwrite it with. Typically, I just tell it, yep, if you think that that's what you should do, then just go ahead and overwrite and change those things and optimize the code. So I'll just come all the way down here to the very 514 lines of code and just hit yes. And then it'll just run through and put all the green lines into wherever there's a red line. So now let's see what it does. All the moves, prints, full review. It's writing like something for it to, it's writing the program for it to actually do each one of these things is what it's doing. Nothing is deleted because it's archiving it. Okay. A few things baked in. So what it did is it came up with an entire process here to make sure that we can do it in a step-by-step process. And then that way, nothing is irreversible, essentially. So after talking to Claude and asking it, I really have no idea what you want me to do because you've gone off and built a whole bunch of stuff that I don't really understand. What it told me to do is it basically wanted me to get this file that it built into the actual Google Drive. So then what I did is I got it off of my computer and uploaded it into the Google Drive. And then I just double clicked on it. And then it opened up another computer to run everything. So now, just for time's sake, I'm going to show you just what it did with one of my business drives. And as you can see, the other one's working in the background right now. So this one actually came out with, it told me to color code them all. It gave me, the different places and folders to organize my clients, my leads, my content strategies, sales and marketing, the coaching that I'm personally doing for myself and the communities that I'm in, as well as like an operations folder, things that I'm learning. Then it gave me a personal, and then code and notebook LMs that I'm studying stuff right now. So totally broke everything down, reorganized all the files, put them into each categorized root file right there. And it essentially turned me in from a scattered mess into something that if I actually want to go find something now, I know exactly where it's at. And so if you found this video helpful and want more tips and tricks on how to use Claude Code or how to use Google Colab computers to help you optimize your workflows, go ahead and drop me a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next video.